It's 10 to 1 in the morning. I'm just uploading my Xbox E3 reaction video now. I want to get in bed by 1 because I need to be up again by 3 for Bethesda. You'll find out in about 10 seconds whether I actually got up. Yeah, I didn't get up in the middle of the night. In fact, I've got up late this morning. I'm still trying to upload my Football Manager video from yesterday. I have a shirt to iron. I'm supposed to leave the house in like 10 minutes to get to work. This isn't going well.
So yeah, I didn't get up in the middle of the night. To be fair, having read through the Bethesda thing this morning, I don't think I missed anything. I'll probably watch it while I'm cooking now, because yesterday's cookathon went down so well. Apologies for it being half an hour long. I didn't really know how long any of those clips would be as I was recording it. Never recorded myself cooking before. But as you'll recall from yesterday, I still have one more meal to make. So we're going to make a prawn korma, because Anna doesn't like chicken korma, but she likes prawn korma. You saw me boil the prawns yesterday. It's a fairly quick and easy one. It's a hairy dieters thing, so it's basically prawn soup with a little bit of curry flavouring in, but it doesn't take long to cook. So that'll be fine, because where are we now? 2 minutes past 5. We've got 2 more E3 press conferences today, plus I've got Football Manager stuff to do. That's why I'm still wearing my work shirt, because I may have an FA Cup final video to record. So obviously, got to wear my suit. But we've got the Ubisoft press conference at 9 o'clock tonight, which I'm not going to do a reaction video to. Didn't bother doing one for Bethesda, certainly not going to do one for Ubisoft. The Microsoft one actually hasn't gone down anywhere near as well as the EA ones, views-wise. A fraction of the views, probably because we're not the weekend, maybe. I don't really know, or maybe there's more synergy on my channel with EA because I put FIFA in the thing and I've played FIFA on there before, and I don't know, not really sure, but we'll see how the PlayStation one goes down tonight, because that one I need to get up at 2 AM for. So my plan at the moment is to go to bed at 10 o'clock tonight, straight after Ubisoft, set an alarm for 1:45, get back up, watch Sony, do the reaction video. Should be able to be back in bed by 4:30, 5 o'clock. Get another hour and a half, 2 hours sleep before I have to get up for work. I know it's a stupid idea, but I'm really quite excited to see what Sony have got to say anyway. But before we get onto any of that, it's all reliant on me being able to get everything else that I need to do done before Ubisoft starts. So I need to get this food cooked, and then I need to get my Football Manager stuff done. I need to get this vlog recorded and edited. Everything needs to be done before 9 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock tonight I can sit down, watch the Ubisoft press conference, go straight to bed straight afterwards. Otherwise the whole plan falls apart. Also, while I remember, apologies for the sound quality when I was outside yesterday. I realised as I was editing the vlog together that the microphone had come unplugged out the side of the camera, so the whole of yesterday's vlog, possibly even the day before's as well, were recorded with the onboard microphone on the camera rather than the fancy microphone that's on top of it. It's now properly plugged back in again. You should notice a difference in audio quality again from today onwards, I hope. So ingredients for the prawn curry, nice and easy. We have onions, garlic in there somewhere, ginger, sugar, double cream, korma paste, and a whole ton of prawns. Plus there'll be some water in there to actually make it into the soupy sauce. I need to chop onions again. Pan on medium to high heat. We have some onions, some garlic and some ginger, which we need to sweat down for like 10 minutes until it goes soft. You know the drill from yesterday. Colour. They have, you can't see the light again. So, korma paste in there, which is the leftover paste from yesterday. We're just going to mix this around with the veg for like a minute. Get as much out of it as we can. So we're just mixing this around so we end up with something that looks a bit like that, which again you can't see. Someone needs to pay for me to have a kitchen studio made if you ever want me to cook on this channel again. And then, right here, because we're making 8 portions of this, a litre of water. Just mix that around a little bit. And then we're just going to leave this for like 10 minutes so it reduces maybe close to by half. And then while that's happening, I'm going to heat up my lamb rogan josh from yesterday. We're going to get some rice on. 10 minutes time, this will be reduced down a little bit. Blend it up to smush up all the onion and garlic and ginger pieces that are in there so it's smooth. And then, like for the last 2 or 3 minutes, put in a little bit of sugar, some cream, and then all the raw prawns, just long enough for the prawns to start to cook, or fully cook, but we don't want them to go all hard and curly and chewy. That's the plan. Right, it's been about 10 minutes. This comes off the heat, and we whiz it up and try not to splash the iPad, which is just there. Doesn't take very long. That is lump free. Try not to splash that on the floor. Then we just add the last few bits that we need, so some double cream, some caster sugar, a little bit of salt, and it should go yellow. If it doesn't go yellow, that means I haven't added enough cream yet. That's the general gist of how you figure it out. A little splash more cream. And now it actually looks like a korma, despite there being nothing coconutty in there. It's weird, I don't know why they call it korma, because it's clearly not. But it's a nice creamy prawn soup. So that goes back on the heat now. My rogan josh is just about warmed through, but we need to get these prawns ready. Normally I get them all in one big bag off the deli, but I'm thinking I need to open them all first because they cook so fast that I don't want to be faffing around undoing them, because the fifth tray will be going in just as the first one's cooked, and that's going to be messy. So there's no paper in there, is there? There is no paper. We're going to empty these into there. Ah, not from that height! Oh, I've made such a mess, she's going to kill me. If you're going to cook this one yourself, I suggest doing it in someone else's house. There is curry everywhere. I'm now pretty sure I'm going to get shouted at twice, once for the mess, and second for cleaning up with the tea towels I couldn't see kitchen roll. Promise you this is going to be the last time you see any cooking or food stuff this week, but I've got to show you the finished thing. So there we have 8 portions, or 7 portions plus the one she's going to have now. So that's the prawn korma. There are prawns in there. It's just really soupy. And that's the lamb rogan josh, best dinner in the world. We'll just ignore what I've done to the kitchen in like 15. I don't even know how that's happened. Curry everywhere. I don't know, the things I do for you, like, I mean, shorts, flip-flops, but suit, because it's the end of the football season on Football Manager, and we're playing in not 1 but 2 finals that are worthy of a suit. So as far as any of the Football Manager crowd are concerned, fully suit and booted. No one needs to know what's going on below the waist. It is now 7:30. Anna sent me to bed and made me have a 20-minute power nap before coming out here and doing this, because I was falling asleep after. I don't know how I'm going to get up for Sony tonight. I'm tempted not to, but then I'm thinking, just watch Ubisoft in bed by 10, 4 solid hours, and I should be fine. We'll see. While I remember, I've done my Football Manager video now, I've not just randomly turned the camera back on again. The thing that I talked to you about on Friday before I had to rush off to hospital, it got recorded and never came out. I'd spent a few minutes explaining Blackpool. Not explaining Blackpool as a concept, explaining what's going to be happening when we go there in a couple of weeks' time. It is, hold on, let me get the date.
Saturday the 15th, Sunday the 16th of July, we're going to be in Blackpool. We've now booked our train tickets. We're getting there. It's like a 4-hour train to get us from Peterborough to Blackpool. But it's also a 4-hour drive, and I would have to stop 2 or 3 times for my achy old man knees to have a wee, to have snacks. So we're just going to get the train straight up to Leeds for like an hour and a half, 15-20 minute hanging around in Leeds, and then 2 hours on a horrible Northern Line train that... it's not going to be fun, but it will be relatively quick compared to what driving would be. So we're going to hit Blackpool about 11:15, 11:30 on the Saturday morning, head straight over to our hotel, which is also now booked. We're staying at a Premier Inn. Presumably there's more than one, but it's going to be the closest one to wherever Play Expo is in Blackpool. You can tell I've not been massively involved in the planning of this weekend, but we're going to be... the reason we're going there is for Play Expo in Blackpool. So firstly, if you're going to be at Play Expo in Blackpool, let us know. Let's meet up, say hello, shake hands, etc, etc. If you're in the Blackpool area and you didn't know Play Expo existed, if it's anything like... we've never been to the Blackpool one before, but we've been to the Manchester one every year since it's existed for the last 5 years, and it's brilliant. It's very different to a normal gaming convention or comic convention. It's very much focused on retro gaming. There's every retro gaming machine you could possibly think of will be there. It's like a massive car boot sale of all the gaming and geek culture stuff that you can buy there. They have loads of old arcade machines, pinball machines. It's really, really cool, the one they have in Manchester, which happens in October. We'll be going to that too. So if the Blackpool one is half as good as that, it's going to be great fun in the expo itself. But we're probably not going to want to spend more than an hour or 2 in there on each of the 2 days. It's not the kind of place you go and spend all day like EGX is. So what we're looking to do is fun things in Blackpool. Firstly, if you live in or around Blackpool, even if you have no interest in video games at all, we want to do a meetup on the Saturday evening. We want to go out somewhere, have something to eat, have a little bit of fun, hopefully meet up with a few of you lot. We have all, for the last 3 or 4 years, we've done like a podcast event called MGPX every year. It's been in Peterborough, it's been in Nottingham before, where we do a live show, a load of people come out, we have a load of fun. We're not doing that this year because last year's didn't go very well in Nottingham. But we still do like the idea of getting a whole load of people to come along and just hang out with us for the day. So we're going to be announcing it through the podcast as well, to try and get some of the podcast listeners over. But I would like some vlog and some YouTube people to come along as well, because that would be really cool. I've met so few of you. It would be really cool to start putting some names to faces, because one of the really cool things about the podcast over the last 5 or 6 years is that I've made loads and loads of friends. I know probably 100 people who I wouldn't know without the podcast, and it is really cool wandering around events and just running into people who I know, who I've had a meal with, who I've been out with, not in that way, been outdoors with, just wandering around Comic-Con and bumping into people who you didn't even know were going to be there, but you've hung out with them before, and it's really cool. And I would like to start building up that kind of community with you lot. So if you are of the north or of a mind to travel, we're now definitely going to be there, so you're safe to travel if you were holding off and weren't sure if you wanted to come along. Play Expo itself will be really cool, so even if you meet up with us and decide we're idiots and you don't want to spend the weekend with us, you'll still have stuff to do at Play Expo, and the fact you're at the seaside. But it would be really cool to have a big old YouTube vlog podcast massive meetup on the Saturday night and just do something in Blackpool. I hear it's quite a fun place for a night out. So there'll be more details on that as we start to put plans together. But initially, let me know down in the comments if it's something you're interested in, so we can get a rough idea of numbers. Because what we're thinking is, at the moment, we need to know whether we should be targeting booking a table to eat at for like 8 people, or do we need to be finding an upstairs or a back room of a pub where we can fit 80 people in, like we've had to do for MGPX in the past. So both of them are options that we're quite happy to go with, but we don't want to completely pitch it wrong, and we don't want to book a table in a restaurant and have 100 people turn up, but we also don't want a repeat of Nottingham where we book a room in a hotel, like a conference room in a hotel, and only 30 people come. So let us know down in the comments if you're interested. You'll hear the same speech on the podcast if you listen to that as well. But I know we're leaving it late. It's only like a month, just over a month until we're there. But I like meeting up with you lot, and I want to do it again this year. Right, 40 minutes until Ubisoft starts. I need to get this edited, I need to get that edited, and I should probably take this suit off at some point. Thank you for watching. I shall see you tomorrow. I pointed at the camera again. I need to sit on my hands when I do the outro.